Hey guys. Wow, look at that number, 420. Anyways, I'm gonna do another video on this stock called Bitfarms Ltd Limited. Ticker symbol BITF, and it's traded on the NASDAQ. So you know what we do, first things first, is we got to go to the weekly chart. Why do we gotta go to the weekly chart? Because we gotta get that what? We gotta get that win. We wanna get that win, so we gotta go to the weekly chart. A BITF, Bitfarm. Once again, Bitfarms. It's October 11th, and it's actually midnight, my time. So, you guys know the routine. I like to isolate things. That's why I like doing videos like this, because I feel like I get to really zoom in and hone in on what I want to hone in, and I just feel like it's a really good way. I don't know, it could be better, it could be worse, but I really like this. If someone has a better way of doing it, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to do it. But as you can see, Bitfarm has gone on quite the run, right? Let's measure it out. Let's just see how far it's gone from peak to trough. So from roughly there to all the way up there is gone up, wow, 573%. So that's a pretty good run. But on the way to doing that run, as you can see, this is the 8-period moving average and this is the 20-period moving average. Once the stock or price gets away from this 8-period moving average, you know that there's something fishy going on here. The laws of physics must come into play. So if we zoom in on this area right here, we can see it lifted off from here, went up, then boom, right there. You see it? Let's do it again. Went up, went up, went up, went up, went up, and then that little gap down. It gapped down. You see that? It closed there 1 week, and then it gapped down this week. It closed here and it gapped down, and then it went down for the rest of the week, and then it gapped up and went up. So what we want to do is where it started to stumble is actually start from this tail. So it went up, went up, went up, went up, came down, closed here, gapped down, went down, and then we wait for price on the weekly chart to close above that tail, which it has, as you can see. So what we want to do is go to the week following, which actually this is the first week it's done it. So this is really going to be a part 1 video, guys. So what we want to do is look on the next week to come, which would be the week of, what does it say here? This is why I like doing this like this. October 13th, 2025. So the next coming weeks, we want to look on the daily chart for a gap down negative day. See, every day it's been gap up, gap up, gap up, comes down, gap up, goes up, gap up, gap up, goes down. But they're all gap up days. What we want to do is wait for a gap down day, because this is an example of one. So this one gapped down, but it still went up. We want this one gapped up and came down. But this is the day right here. Look, it gapped down and it went down. It was a negative day. So that's what we call a gap down negative day. Even though the bar is green, it's still negative, as you can see, negative 2.50. So that's what we want to look for. So we want to see something like that to happen over here. Once that happens, game time. Once that happens, what is it? Game time. So this is just a quick little video on, once again, Bitfarms Limited, ticker symbol BITF. And if we go to the weekly chart, this is how we know something's happening. Once again, it goes up, goes up, then it gaps down. When price closes above where the hiccup, the stumble started, which is started here, then stumbled down, then closes above. Then we know we got we're in the there's something about to happen here. And this one, it should flush all the way down to minimum here. That'll be take profit 1, but take profit 2 would be right here. You want it, this is the first red, this is the next red. So I even want to touch on another stock called, what is it? NU. NU is a good example of what is to come. So this kind of solidifies what I've been saying. And you know what's so funny, guys? I missed this play. That's the funniest part about it. But anyways, as you can see, NU Holdings Limited, we go to the weekly chart because we wanted to get that win. Ticker symbol NUW, because on the weekly chart, because we want that win. Went up, went up, went up. There's the hiccup. It was a gap down, negative day on the weekly chart. So it gapped down and it went up a little bit, but it's still negative, but it gapped down and it was negative 0.41%. Then it went up, price closed above where the hiccup happened. Price closed above where that hiccup happened, right? This is where the hiccup started. The price closed above it on the weekly chart on this week right here. And then on this week, if we go, which is the week of, let's see, what week is that? The week starting on Monday, September 15th, right? Because this is the week it closed above the hiccup. Then this is the week of Monday, September 15th, that we want to look for that gap down negative day, which I'm almost 100% sure is there. So look, September, what was it? September 15th. So look, Monday, September 15th. This is when we want to start looking for that gap down day. Did it, 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 boom. No, there was a gap down day, but it didn't do it the way I like it to do it. But that's where there's another little code here that I want to show you guys. Look. So instead of it doing a gap down negative day on the daily chart, guess what it did? Did a gap down negative day, negative week on the weekly chart. See? Go down to the weekly chart. We go back up. So this is where the stumble happened, and this is where the second stumble happened. Then you're supposed to get in at the open of that stumble, which is right there. And look, touches there and comes down. And it's gonna come down to minimum, bare minimum, has to come down to here. But I really think it's gonna come down to, I don't know, guys, really has to come down to minimum here, which is the previous high. But this is when I like to look at the monthly chart. This is where the money's made, and it must come down to, yeah, minimum here. But I really think it's gonna come down all the way down to here. Yeah, this is a pretty good one, guys. It might even go even lower. Just a second. Let me check this out. Yeah, it might even come down to here, guys. But minimum here, bare minimum here, bare minimum here. But I think it actually is gonna come down to here. Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to about, as I said, it's gonna come down to about here, which is about $12.03. So anyways, this is the same thing, but let's go back to Bitfarm. BIT Farm. And so I just want to clarify. So we go back to the monthly chart just to go into Bitfarm, and look, it's probably going to come down to, it's far, I know, guys, I know. It's far. Wow. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That might be a little, yeah. It'll take a long time, but I think it's going to come down to about minimum $1.77. Oh no. Bare minimum, it has to come down to $3.33, but I think it's gonna come down all the way to here. Uh-oh. That's a long way down, man. $1.34. It's at 420. Ha ha ha, 420. Anyways, just another little quick video for you guys, letting you know what's going on. I have another video coming up on what was it? Another video coming up on, I forgot what it's called. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you think of my videos, my structure. Oh, I want to do another video on the SP 500, another video on QQQ, and I got another good one on the Dow Jones Industrial. But anyway, stay tuned for that. Really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.